Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Kush. Microphone's working, it seems. We're looking good. We are ready for another week. Another week of shows here at Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. We had a plan today. Had been planning for a while to wait until the beginning of September. That seems to me to signify that perhaps fall is coming when September rolls around. I feel like the summer months, June, July, August, those are the summer months here in the north. But when September comes around here in Los Angeles, it does tend to get more summery than the rest of the months. It is 106 degrees here in Los Angeles, so I cannot, with any good faith or any kind of intentions that are not just lying directly to your face, say that we have entered into fall, and thus we are unable to start the Fall of Fizz, which is our next number of courses we'll be doing, where we will be examining one of the 7 types of cocktails, the Fizz. It'd be a very nice little fall we have ahead of us. I get our little sweaters on and get some fizzes in us. The problem with it is if I put a sweater on today, I would die. I would just, like that, spontaneous combustion. I thought spontaneous combustion would be a bigger deal in my life, but turns out almost no spontaneous combustions have ever happened around me. But if I did put on a sweater today, we will. So we're going to wait for the first cold day. Not cold. We're going to wait for the first normal day that is not 106 degrees before we start the Fall of Fizz. It will sneak up on us. So one day, it won't be the Fall of Fizz. And like all things, the next day, something will have changed. Speaking of not changing, let me say hello to the people that are here. It's always these people, and I love these people for always showing up. Let me say hello to Shawnee Vanderbaker. Sorry, let me say good evening. Hello, Shawnee Vanderbaker. Here's Davey Virtue, the 2,000 subscriber to the show. Just in case you wanted to know how many subscribers we have today, we have 2,131 subscribers. So this is basically like when Queen played Wembley Stadium. That's basically what I'm doing right now. Ayo. You guys are supposed to Ayo back. Let me say hello to Amy Beer. Amy Beer is here and ready to do something that doesn't rhyme with ear. Good to see you there, Amy. Let me say hello to our good friend Moose, who cheerses Dr. Kush and the whole Dr. Kush crew. Cheers to you. Tiki Tom is ready to go, counting down to the Indiana Tiki convention called the... I shouldn't have started if I couldn't finish it out. It's called the Makahiki. Mahakiki.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki no ta.
It's called something. Can't be called nothing. Mahahiki. I should learn how to say it. Let me say hello to Kyle Tender, who also wants one of these. Cheers to you, pal. Let me say, oh, DC Debbie Clark is here, winner of the 2023 Kushtucky Derby, ready to go. Here's Paul. He gets a wow.
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 Wow. Yes, we are melting here in California. No doubt about it. It is a touch hot where DC Debbie Clark is, and DC Debbie Clark is basically in the center of the tundra. So that's not good for us. 100 days over 100 degrees in Phoenix. Yes. I remember those days. I remember them well. Anyway. I had one of my best friends in 2nd grade got heat stroke. 2nd grade! Not supposed to get heat stroke in 2nd grade. His name was Brandon. Terrifying. Your mouth and vocal are slightly off. Is there an adjustment for that? No. Sync slightly off? No. Paul's letting me know that the sync is slightly off. No. There's no obsess for that. Let me just say real quick. Hello over on Kick to Timmel. Obsessed with the vibes you're giving off. Thanks. Love the little I caught. Great. He didn't stick around. He didn't love the vibes that much. Good to have you anyway. Oh. You stream pretty good. Thanks, Timmel. Appreciate you. Timmel is over on Kick. We are also on Kick, Twitch, Instagram. Let me say to those people watching on Instagram, you should watch over on YouTube. Leave Instagram. Come to YouTube. Let me say hello to our good friend, the UF Mark. He is, of course, our resident gator. I will add Timmel on Discord. I don't know how to do that, but I will figure it out. Discord. I learned Facebook instead of Discord, and now I'm thinking I made a mistake. Makahiki.
Tiki tiki taka taka ta tiki no ratata.
Makahiki. There we go. Queen says, hey! I want to, Timulv, real quick, would you mind passing a Discord invite over to Davy Virtue as well? I won't go to your Discord unless I can bring my friend Davy Virtue and 5 other guys. That's how I rolled every party. Me, Davy Virtue, and 5 other guys. That's how everybody likes us. When we walk in, just the 7 of us dudes. Okay, speaking of dudes and numbers, technically we're talking about numbers and dudes currently. Since we could not get into the fall of Fizz, I figured we would continue our daiquiri countdown. We started at number 5, we've hit number 4, we did number 3, which number 3 is my favorite. We are now going to get to number 2, the number 2 daiquiri. However, the number 2 daiquiri is kind of, I wouldn't say it's boring. The number 2 daiquiri just doesn't pop as well as I would like the number 2 daiquiri to do. So we're actually going to be doing a combination of 2 daiquiris, one of which is a version of the number 2 called the Golden Gloves. And we will also be doing the daiquiri number 2, which I think a lot of people would call this one the Orange Daiquiri or the Curaçao Daiquiri. I guess you could probably call this the Fancy Daiquiri. I don't know what exactly to call it, but that's what we're calling it. Saxlin is asking for a virgin Cuba Libre. Yes, you can have one of those anytime. They sell virgin Cuba Libres. Turns out you can buy a virgin Cuba Libre from a machine in most stores if you bring your own lime. That is just called a Coke. Okay, David Virtue says it's a fitting name because it is the number 2. He's making a poop joke. Oh, I think I have a poop thing. One second.
It's a floater.
I did. That makes me laugh. All right. We are going to make this drink. It is very, very simple. It is by a guy named Constante Ribalaigua Vert, the king of cocktails in Cuba. If you want to know more about him, I've talked about him on 3 other shows. We are down to our 4th show talking about Constante Ribalaigua Vert. He was the dude. He was the king of cocktails out in Cuba. During Prohibition, he became a huge celebrity for those of us that could afford to get down to Cuba. I was not born yet, so I was not able to get there. But for those people that could afford to go drinking elsewhere in the world, Cuba, huge destination. It is, and I don't mean to get political on this show, it is a travesty. It is an absolute horror show that us Americans are unable to go to Cuba, and I don't know what I need to do. I've already planned on running for president to make sure that we unify all the liquor laws, keep the liquor stores open an hour later, and also stop charging crazy liquor prices. After that, I will drop out of the presidency. Unless, and I don't know if this is true, unless the president has anything to do with getting us back in some sort of fun fly back and forth relationship, like a long distance relationship with Cuba. I would like to get together with Cuba. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, but I feel like it's time for us to stop being babies about this whole Cuba thing and get back to it. Okay, it's a daiquiri, guys. We're going to start building this daiquiri like we would almost any other daiquiri, except for because we are doing a version called the Golden Glove, we will not be doing our normal white rum. The reason that I chose to do a mixture between the Golden Glove and the daiquiri number 2 is because the Golden Glove typically uses Jamaican rum, and I wanted Jamaican rum. It's my show. I get to do that. I've already cut this lime the wrong way. It's already happened, so there's nothing we can do about it now. So we are going to be squeezing this lime the incorrect way in order to get the juices that we need out of here. But the good news is we are doing it in the right proportion. Our good friend Constantino Ribalaigua Vert asked us, begged us really, would you mind, oh sir, please putting in half of an ounce of, he called it limon verde, which makes it look like he wants a green lemon. But because there isn't really a word for lime, or at least wasn't for a long time in Spanish, and that is the language he spoke down in Cuba. He asked for half of a green lemon or a lime. So we're going to squeeze in half of an ounce of lime. Half of an ounce, usually for a lemon this size, or a lime this size. That's going to be about half an ounce. We can be nerds. We can always be nerds. There's always a path down big nerdery where we start to measure out our citrus juice. Not today, though. Today, we choose to be cool dudes. Squeeze in your lime. Don't forget to give it a tilt. Even if it doesn't produce, let me just say, a lot of things in the bartending world do not produce exactly what you want them to do, but we do them in order to take care that we do all the steps. It's like, what was the band that would order all brown M&Ms? They would order all brown M&Ms, not because they wanted all brown M&Ms. They wanted it to see which stadiums were paying attention to the entire rider. If they weren't paying attention to the brown M&M part of it, then of course, what else are they not paying attention to? So even if it doesn't give us the little, well, now it gave us the little extra juice right there. When you tilt it, it gives it this, there's a little extra juice that builds up. That's what we want. We just want that little extra juice. Sometimes the limes give it to us, sometimes they don't. Ours is not, as my father used to say, ours is not to question why, ours is just to do or die. Now, as I got older, I realized that's not a great thing to say to a kid. But he's not here to defend himself. I don't think he is. Let me just check and see if his name is in the list. It is not. So, he's not here to defend himself. We're going to keep going, though. We need a little bit of sugar. Now, we're adding a bunches and bunches of other juices. So, it's up to you. It's up to you. Do you want to put in white sugar in this guy? Or, better yet, just a little simple syrup. That way you don't have to stir this one. We're going to be shaking this one pretty hard here in just a second. So, why not just get a little bit of simple syrup? We don't need a lot. We're adding a bunch more sweeteners to this here in just a minute. So go ahead and put in, we're going to call this like a heavy 1/4 ounce of 1-to-1 simple syrup. That's a heavy 1/4 ounce. It's not, it doesn't hit the line of 1/4 ounce, but it certainly doesn't get up to 1/2 ounce. It's somewhere like right in between there. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for basically 1/3 of an ounce of that. And we're going to hit that 1/3 a number of times. So if you were using a jigger, hold on to that. Remember what line your jigger was at. And we're going to add 3 more ingredients in that same amount. One of those ingredients is going to be over here. This is an orange. Now, we have used this orange before, clearly. It does not come half-skinned. We don't buy our oranges half-skinned. That is not a bartender trick of mine. Make sure that you find an already skinned orange, and that's where the real fruity juices come from. That's not the idea here. We just don't want to waste anything, or we want to try and waste as little as possible. We're going to slice this guy in half. We're going to find the nublin here. That's the little nublin where you used to be connected to the tree. That is, if this was a navel orange, that's where its belly button would be. This is not a navel orange. This is a, I believe it's a caracara. I believe that. I don't know it. But I do believe it. Slice that in. Look how good that was. Even with its disgusting, grotesque, hard to look at, god-awful scars that it has on its side. Look at the inside. We have to remember that. There's a metaphor in there somewhere. I'm not going to find it for you. I'm going to make you guys find it. We need a heavy 1/4 ounce of some orange juice. This is not, let me just say this out loud before we go too far. This is not an orange daiquiri. If you want an orange daiquiri, you can go out and find an orange daiquiri. All right? Lots more orange juice in that. Lots more orange feeling in that. Lots more orange flavor in that. That is not what this is. This is just a little bit of extra orange added to the daiquiri to make it a little fancier. We need about a 1/4 ounce of some orange juice. So a little higher than a 1/4 ounce. So make sure that you're paying attention and squeeze this in. Aim it correctly. Not the juiciest orange ever, but I do want to show you. Moments ago, we had a tough time with this tilt. I can see there's lots of juices in here, so we're going to give that a tilt now. That's what we're looking for. I want to add to my metaphor if I can. The inside of this looked incredibly juicy, but I was unable to get a lot of juice out of it. So perhaps the scars on the outside of us are what we should be judging things by. Maybe. I don't know. We need a heavy 1/4 ounce of some orange juice. Excellent. Not orange enough. Not orange enough. No, no, no. We need more of this stuff. This guy right here is Grand Gala. If you do not recognize Grand Gala, it means you're probably here at my show for the first time. Welcome to my show. If you're over on Instagram, hey, I do a whole show. It's this exact show, but it's bigger. And there's more people there. Pop on over to YouTube and come say hello to me. I have a feeling that I'm getting lower views at this point because people are, first of all, probably sick of me. Second of all, I think they're probably finding me over on Instagram. But I'm unable to see your comments. And that's how I know that you like me, is when you comment nice things. Like our good friend, what was his name? Give me just a second. His name was Timvul. Oh, that's Tom. Timvul. Timulv. That's how I know people like me. When Timulv comments. Orange liqueur. Guys, he calls for an orange curacao. This is a brandied orange liqueur. If you don't have orange curacao, you don't have a brandied orange liqueur, but you do have triple sec, we're going to count it. All right? We're going to let that one slide. Now, obviously, there are differences to all of them. This is brandied. Curacao is usually spiced and triple sec is usually dry. That's what sec means. It means dry. Triple dried. But it's orange liqueur. Find yourself an orange liqueur. That's what you need. You need how many? Just above a 1/4 ounce of some orange liqueur. We're doing a brandied orange, but find yourself just above a 1/4 ounce of some orange curacao. So that's our 3 ingredients that we needed to add in here. Let me just make sure that that's correct. I have this. I have the way I wanted to do this, and then I forgot all about it. Yeah. These are the 3 ingredients in here that are going to be about a heavy 1/4 ounce. So about a 1/3 of an ounce, what you're looking for. So we have our lime in there at 1/2 ounce. We have our sugar, we have our orange, and we have our orange liqueur in here ready to be fixed, ready to be gotten in there. We need rum. We need rum. Bacardi. The rum that this calls for is Bacardi. Now, it's also tough to say because for a while, Bacardi was just synonymous with rum. If you said you wanted Bacardi, people would sometimes say, what kind of Bacardi would you like? Would you like some Jamaican-style Bacardi? Would you like some Haitian-style Bacardi? Or do you just want this Bacardi back here that says the big word Bacardi Cuban rum on it? You could just basically put Bacardi. Bacardi was everywhere. So I don't know what type of rum was originally used in this cocktail in the very first printing of La Floridita bar book. However, in later editions, we do start to see that Constantino Ribalaigua Vert would say Jamaican rum. He would want Jamaican rum in here. So we're gonna throw some Jamaican rum in here. What's our Jamaican rum of choice at this bar? Well, of course, it's Myers. Myers. The bar doesn't make much money. If the bar made a ton of money, the bar wouldn't make any money. Because if the bar made more money, we would just spend it on more expensive alcohol. But because the bar doesn't make a ton of money, we have to be somewhat conservative with what rums we are using. The rum we are using today, very Why does it look like my little face is not happy with Myers rum? This guy does not care for this guy. I care for this guy. Myers is a great deal in Jamaican rum. I just love it. We need 2 ounces, guys. We're gonna have to do it at some point. We got to put these 2 ounces in here. I can jibber jabber all the rest of the night along. We're gonna go ahead and put in 2 ounces of some dark Jamaican rum. Preferably find something that has a little bit of a funk, or else you can go crazy. Funk it up. That is 2 ounces of Jamaican rum. It must want Cuba instead. Yes, yes. The shirt, of course, does not understand bar economics because it is, after all, a shirt. We cannot expect everything from everybody. We cannot expect the fish to fly. We cannot expect the monkeys to drive, except in hilarious movies. We cannot expect the elephants to forget, and we cannot expect shirts to have human emotions or even memories. So the shirt doesn't understand economics. But if I had my druthers, I probably would also like Cuba. But again, I understand economics, and I am not a shirt. So it all comes down to that, really. We're gonna shake this one. This, even though Constante's his 2 favorite things, of course, we're blenders and daiquiris. We are not going to be blending this daiquiri. This is one of his shaken daiquiris, so go ahead and get a bunch of ice in there. Let me just, I'm going to talk to my marketing agent over here, Scotty DuBois. It's honestly the best shirt when I'm wearing it. When outside with my boys, they comment that I look like I'm advertising my side hustle. Yes. Yes. How do we get that going? What do we? What else? There are, first of all, there are new shirts. They don't have my face on them anymore. They're specifically for the bar. But yeah, we got to get more side hustles going in this bar. I think. How do we do that? Okay. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle's also letting us know we have new shirts. Kyle also wants me to remind people over on Instagram. Hey, if you like Instagram, you're gonna love YouTube. It's where the people are. Go ahead and give this a shake. Remember, when we shake a cocktail, we want to go back and forth and up and down. We don't want you to go back and forth. Remember, when you shake a cocktail, you want to go back and forth and up and down. You want it to look like this. It's got to go in a circle. Remember the circle. I don't talk about the circle that much anymore, but this is the shaking. Notice the elbow, up and down. Notice the hand, back and forth. Notice the material in here. Circle. That's what we want. All right. I have already chilled a glass. If you have not chilled a glass yet, you are behind on this cocktail. You will have to wait for a little bit. Happy Tiki Tuesday to Bon Bon. Whew. Thought she wasn't going to make it. I have it. Can I have a feeling, just real quick? Now, I'm not, clearly I'm not at Bon Bon's house or at Bon Bon's Tiki Bar. I have a feeling that Bon Bon threw her bag on the couch, jumped from the couch over whatever was an obstacle. I'm going to take a guess. Say it was like a big box of apples. I don't know. Jumped over that big box of apples, slid in her socks, landed right in front of the screen, turned on just a little late. But you know what? It was a valiant effort, Bon Bon. The way that I just pictured it, that was very cool what you did. So well done. We're going to go ahead and pour this drink right in here. Now, you're going to notice something about the color. That is correct. It's dark. It is a dark daiquiri, guys. This is a dark daiquiri. Now, this is not a... If you were to make it with the light rum, it would not come out looking super orange. Especially, it wouldn't come out looking super orange if you use triple sec, which is usually clear. If you use a curaçao, it'll usually give it a little bit of a dark tint, but do not worry if you are using the original rum that this was meant for. Right here, this is, of course, the orangeness of this is due to the dark rum that we used, mixing with some of the curaçao. Do we put a garnish in this? I don't think so. Should we put a garnish in it? I don't think I'm going to use this orange for anything else. You guys have no idea how much I asked that question. I think I asked that question more than... If at the end of our lives, we are greeted with whatever kind of, end of life situation, and they offer us questions. I often think about what question I would ask, but one of them would be, what did I do on Earth more than anybody else? What was my main thing? And I think right now, my main thing, the thing I do more than anybody is, should I put a garnish on that? I do think about it all the time. Like, do I, like if I'm having a drink by myself, do I need to put a garnish on it? Shouldn't drink by yourself, but it's my job. We're gonna go ahead and give this a nice thin slice. There we go. It's much easier to make these slices, guys, if you have a serrated knife. I don't talk much about my knife, but I've had this same knife now for probably 20 years, 15 years maybe. It's a Victorinox. I think I stole the first one from a bar that I worked at. Bad news. And then I just kept buying the same knife all the time. Now that's a pretty drink. I mean, honestly, it does make me feel pretty darn good when the drink looks nice. We can take it, we can put it right onto our little spinner, give it a little spin-shin. Turn on our light. I always get the wrong button first. There we go. Turn on the light, give that a spin. I mean, for as much as garnishes are annoying, for as much as garnishes, I believe most of the time when you hand somebody a garnish from behind a bar, you are saying, please give that back to me so I can throw it away for you. That's usually what you're saying with garnishes. Please hold that for a second and then give it right back to me so that I can throw it away for you. Sometimes it does sort of make you believe in the artistry of this again when an orange in a gargantuan orange slice or gargantuan orange wheel can make a cocktail look like it is much more expensive. Thank you, Kyle, for seeing the seriousness of this situation. Now it has a nice big hat. Somebody should check on Kyle. Okay. Well, there it is. There's the drink. This is Constante Ribalaigua. Yes, now. And we appreciate you throwing it away for us. Thank you, DCW Clark. I appreciate it. Yes, we all bartenders love throwing away garnishes that we had to do for side work. This right here is the Daiquiri number 2, but we have made it into a Golden Glove style Daiquiri number 2. Listen, there aren't bad daiquiris. I don't care. I don't care if it is just made from a pouch. There are no bad daiquiris. As long as you are following at least a basic formula for it, even a little bit. Sugar, lime, rum. It is hard to screw that up. But when guys like Constante Ribalaigua Vert get together and they decide, hey, we gotta up our game, and they come up with drinks like this, it really I don't want to get too emotional here, but it made all of our dreams come true. Cheers. It's really good. That is delicious. 2 of these. I'm going to ask for all my garnishes to go so my bartenders feel my appreciation. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Can you guys wrap up these 2 leaves? These 2. I want to take these pineapple fronds home. Can you wrap these up? I really like that. I think I would have preferred Appleton Estate, a little milder. Yeah. Listen, I think this drink is very much like all delicious daiquiris, of course. Choose your rum. Choose which rum you like. I like Meyer. Meyer seems to get me through tough times. You know, the loss of the butterfly migration that we had. The storm. Storm was a tough one. Got me through a lot of that. As Bonbon says, probitas. Absolutely. All of those rums, I'm sure, are delicious. We love all of them. We have a number of them, but we're trying to be economical. That, my friends, is the show. Now, let me tell you guys real quick. I will not be doing a show this Saturday. There is the last of its kind life event for myself. I am fairly interested in this, but I will be hanging out with my brother. It will be my brother's bachelor party. It will be the final bachelor party that I will go to. I do not believe that I will be invited to any more bachelor parties. I don't know. I don't think I know any more bachelors. I feel like at this point, I have run out of bachelors with which to party. So I will be hanging out with my brother that night. So no show this Saturday, but we will be back here on Thursday. We're here on Thursday for Thirsty Thursday. No doubt about it. We'll be hanging out there. But in the meanwhile, that is what I got for you guys. I want you guys to hopefully make your own daiquiris. Hopefully go to your own bachelor parties. And from there, generally hang out. Let's see how many people showed up. Kind of a slow night. I have a feeling that a lot of people... oh, thank you, Bob. Saturday night, whoop whoop. Yes. I have a feeling that a lot of people thought today was Monday. For me, I know that it's trash day, but I also know that because of the holiday, the trash will not get picked up tomorrow. I rush it out there, but they never pick it up today. Live stream from the bachelor party. That has been suggested. We'll talk about it. Maybe. Either way. That's what I got for you guys. As always, never a chore, always a pleasure. And why don't we hang out again on Thursday, where we will do Thirsty Thursday, and we will have just all kinds of fun. Just all the fun we can. Shove it into one little box, bring it to a party that we're going to, and then open that box at the party and let the fun all out in some sort of Pandora situation, not the music station, the Greek myth. Greek? I don't care. Now I'm just talking. You guys are the greatest. Let's chat again some other time. In the meanwhile, watch all the people's names go by. They are keeping this bar alive. As always, thank you guys, and we will talk to you later. What do we always say?
How about that? I'm gonna drink. Give me your biggest. How about that drink? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Yes. No.
But that's not what we're talking about. I don't know anything.
Well, maybe. No.
We don't know in this country. We don't know.
Okay. Why don't you take a picture of the last sucker? How are you today? No.